So I have a poll out, Leroy. When you were dealing with the telephone poll problem, I was dealing with a new poll problem. So I came up with this poll. We were talking about a little earlier on in the show. What if Ryan Fitzpatrick gets hurt? Right? He's old. It's a possibility. What if he doesn't make it? He gets beat up, or maybe he's just washed. He's just old and washed. So if that's the case, if he's hurt or he's old and washed, almost like a 2012 scenario, if you will. David Garrard, the Dolphins brought him in to be the starter. He got hurt, and Ryan Tannehill ended up being the starter his rookie year, right?
Right.
So what happens if that's the case? If the Dolphins are in a scenario, whatever you want to say, goes in there, he gets hurt, or he's old and washed. The Fitzmagic runs out. Who is the week 1 starter? Does it become Tua? Does it become Josh Rosen? Or would the Dolphins be in a place where they would go get a free agent quarterback like Cam Newton?
First of all,
What?
I'm going to go at this calmly because when I get excited, sometimes I want to cuss. And I don't want to go there. But here's the deal.
All offensive lines that are built takes a period of time. You can't just put 5 first-round picks together and it's going to work right away. Offensive lines don't work like that. They've never worked like that. Check the history of
Never gets old.
It's so funny.
All right. So why do you want to? What's to be calm about? This seems like a reasonable question.
Because here is what when you didn't know if you were going to get to her, you were patient.
Yeah.
And now you keep coming up with these scenarios where you can hide behind the fact of not being patient.
Well, this isn't a question not being.
What happens if all of the other quarterbacks get the flu and it's week 1 and the only healthy one is Tua?
No.
Stop setting up hypothetical situations.
I'm just asking a question.
Let's deal with the reality of Tua. Here's what the reality is. Before we had Tua, everybody was understanding if Tua could sit and develop for a year, because it's a proven fact that most of your quarterbacks that sit for a period of time end up having more success. Can we agree on that?
It seems like it's been beneficial.
Okay. So, if you want Tua to be the best version of quarterback that he could be, you have that. Second of all, he's coming off of substantial injury. Okay?
Yes.
And we all were saying, hey, even if he doesn't play the first year, that's fine. Because it gives Tua the best opportunity to be the best version of himself.
Okay.
Correct?
Sure.
So why are we trying to push that issue? Because we now have Tua and you want to see him play.
I'm not trying to be sneaky here. You think I'm trying to be sneaky? I'm not trying to be.
I'm going to tell you, it's like,
I'm not trying to be sneaky.
Mama Tobin comes home to little Tobin. She has a nice, what's your favorite pie?
I like key lime.
She comes home with a key lime pie at about 12 after she does groceries.
Yep.
But she says, we're going to eat this after dinner.
Yep.
Great, mommy. Get it. You get a key. You got a key. I don't care. I'll wait. But then during the course of the day, because you're Tobin, you come up with a whole bunch of reasons why you should be able to eat the key lime pie early. Mommy,
Fresher.
I just ate lunch.
Yep.
It's too early for dinner, but I had lunch. Can I have a piece of pie?
Yep.
3 o'clock. Mommy, I'm really hungry. Can I have a snack? Key lime pie?
Key lime pie is always best as soon as you can get it out of the fridge.
Right. But my point is that you and Mama Tobin had an agreement
Here's the thing, though.
But you keep trying to break that agreement.
I'm not trying to break the agreement. Here's the thing. I find it fascinating for a couple of reasons. See, you think that this is Tobin trickery. It's not. Here's why.
It is.
It's not. Here's why.
Can I work?
Can I explain?
Oh my
Can I explain?
Here we go. Here it comes. Little verbal jujitsu. This is like watching Money Heist. The words are showing, but their mouths aren't saying what the words are saying.
I'm not the professor. All right. I'm a good man. I'm here. I'm standing on my ground. So this is the reason why I find it fascinating, Leroy. All right. We have a coach in Brian Flores. Is Brian Flores about winning? Is he about winning?
He's about winning.
He's about winning. Brian Flores, if he loves Fitzpatrick, right? Loves Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Appears
not that fond of Josh Rosen.
Appears he's not that fond of Josh Rosen. So I'm asking the question: if Fitzy's a no-go, if he's old, washed, or hurt, can't go, is he gonna stick to the plan? Which I agree with you. I think probably the more sound plan is don't play Tua. Let him sit for a year. However, if he doesn't have the option to play Fitzpatrick, does he go with a quarterback in Rosen? He's not that fond of. Or does he go with his guy, the guy he drafted? Obviously, he went with Tua for a reason. That's the guy he believed. Or, scenario 3, does he reach out to the free agent class, spend a little cheese, and maybe bring in a Cam Newton?
Cam Newton would be done by then. He'd be signed. Here's
Cam Newton's apparently not signing. Hold on. Cam is reportedly not signing a backup job. He will only sign to be a starter, which means he's waiting for the Jay Cutler place where someone gets hurt, he could swoop in.
Okay. Here's what I'll say about that. Give your coach a little more credit.
Flores?
Right? Yes. Give him and the organization a little more credit for having a plan and not soon as there's a first sign of a little issue, they just throw the plan out of the window. If the plan is for Tua to sit for a year, and I'm not saying it is, or get some playing time or get some opportunities, but not be the full-time starter, stick with that plan. If that's not the plan, then all bets are off. Okay? But for you, before one football has been played, before you've seen Tua do one football activity.
Oh, I saw him work out.
Oh, and that's football.
It was.
That's football.
He had a football in hand.
Tobin is doing some next level strange sorcery. He's got the cloak of levitation on the eye of Agamotto. Probably see how Rosen is doing in development. Also, somebody's Leroy, it's a simple question. Pick one.
Yeah,
no,
pick
I will
one.
Not, sir.
Pick
No.
one. Just pick one. So you say Rosen.
I'm saying that Tua is the next 10 years.
Okay.
Rosen could be the next 10 minutes. So play Rosen.
Okay. How long is that going to last? Coach doesn't like him.
I mean, look, it's going to get to the point where more people are going to start being like you, and there's going to be picketers outside the stadium talking about play Tua. That's why we drafted him. Okay. We drafted him for the next 10 years.
You have us all like Paul Pierce? That's why they brought me here.
Right. Oh, by the way,
Huh.
did you see Mountain Man?
Yeah, you talking about the mountain?
The Mountain.
Doing the deadlifts?
Whew.
Yeah, we talked about it when you were disconnected. I said I want to see the mountain deadlift stuff. I don't want to see him deadlift weight.
Oh, like World's Strongest Man?
Yeah.
Like Mekhi Becton pushing the truck.
Yeah, I want to see them do stuff. Cause like
That's why you probably love the World's Strongest Man when that used to come on.
oh, dude, I love the World's Strongest Man. 2 a.m. You throwing the kegs over the
Boulders.
wall. Yeah,
Throwing kegs over the wall.
those were the days.
We should have a World's Strongest Man competition or whatever
Throw
we're
up
allowed
some-
back in,
Yeah, throw up some World's Strongest Man on ESPN. I don't feel like they're throwing. Is that like? Do they lose the rights to that library?
That used to always come on. That was some good, like Sunday morning.
Yeah.
At like 6.
Yep. I love World's Strongest Man. Here's the poll results currently, Leroy. Big returns on this. People are into this poll, by the way. All right. If Fitzpatrick gets hurt or is just old and washed, who starts at quarterback week 1 for the Dolphins? Right now, almost a dead heat. But percentage points difference. Tua Tagovailoa, Josh Rosen, Tua up 44.6%, Josh Rosen 44.2%, free agent like him 11.2%. Close race.
So at least look, here's what I get from that poll. At least there's some reasonable people out there that see the future of the Dolphins and not the next 10 minutes. Because they are willing to put Rosen in to ensure that Tua is both healthy and ready. Now,
I get you, but we have a coach who he got Rosen in there for like 3 seconds. It was like, not into this guy, not a leader, body language. Give me the old man, and we'll go try and win whatever games we can with Ryan Fitzpatrick rather than have this guy be my quarterback.
Right.
You know, and actively called out the quarterback for his body language, which is like not something you hear very often from a coach.
Right.
So I just say he doesn't seem like he has a great taste for the guy.
I'm not big on body language. I get people fall in love with it, right? But whatever, man. If you can play, you can play. If you can't, you can't. It doesn't matter what kind of rah-rah speech you want to, put on it. To me, if you can play, that's gonna take precedence over anything else that you can, whether you motivate or whether guys follow. You know what guys follow? Guys follow guys who are productive on the football field, right? You ever met a quarterback that sucked that, the team really rallies behind him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guess what? Remember they said, everybody loved, what's his name? Mitchell Trubisky, right? Loved him, right?
Great guy.
Guess who they love now?
Foles.
You know why? Won a Super Bowl.